Okay, in this video I'm going to address the 6 big myths about anxiety. So, the first myth to debunk is that anxiety is some kind of mental illness. Anxiety is not a mental illness, nor is it a sign of a mental illness developing. Anxiety is a very normal response to the stresses of modern life. In the same way grief is a normal response to death, or that sadness is a normal response to a loss. In cases where anxiety is very extreme, it is classified as a disorder, but don't let that term mislead you into thinking that what you have is some kind of mental illness or that it is permanent. Know that anxiety is very treatable. You're in the right place for help. Okay, on to myth number 2. A panic attack might kill you. A panic attack will absolutely not kill you. Your body is well able to handle this heightened state of arousal, of this ancient flight or fight response. Strangely enough, panic attacks are your body's attempt to keep you safe and out of harm's way. They're there to protect you from danger, not to harm you. In fact, don't even think of them like attacks, but rather misguided attempts to protect you. Although it is very unpleasant, your body is more than capable of handling this increased arousal, a bit like a vigorous workout. And no, your heart is not going to stop, nor are you going to faint because you're having a panic attack. Once the panic attack has passed, which is usually about 10 to 15 minutes, your body will automatically settle again. The more you can learn to trust that you are not in danger, the faster your body will settle back down. The third myth to debunk is that distraction ends anxiety. People often get advice on how to distract themselves when anxious. They learn things like how to think happy thoughts or to snap a rubber band around their wrist every time they feel anxious. Distraction doesn't work for the simple reason that what you resist persists. If you hide or run from your anxiety, it just tends to get worse. The real solution is to strip away the fear of the bodily sensations associated with anxiety. That then leads to a rapid decrease in anxiety levels. I've seen people drop from a 9 out of 10 right down to a 3 out of 10 literally overnight. The fourth common myth about anxiety is that medication is the only treatment for anxiety. Although medication can be helpful for certain cases of extreme anxiety, scientific research shows that therapeutic approaches tend to be more effective than medication for the long-term treatment of anxiety. The real benefits of using a therapeutic approach is that you avoid having any of the paradoxical side effects of anxiety medication. The fifth and most irritating myth for me about anxiety is that anxious people are weak or soft. This couldn't be further from the truth. Anxiety or panic attacks have nothing to do with weakness or a lack of courage. In fact, it's quite the opposite. People with anxiety actually do the bravest things. They get up each day and face their anxiety. They pick themselves up after every setback and deal with inner challenges that the average person never has to face. If you've not experienced the terrifying grip of a panic attack, you can't sit and judge an anxious person. I've worked with people in some of the bravest professions, and let me tell you, courage has nothing to do with whether a person will experience anxiety or panic. What is in fact less known is that people who suffer from anxiety actually tend to have above average intelligence, are creative and very sensitive and caring people. The sixth and final myth we have to debunk is that anxiety problems are forever. There is a common misconception that if a person suffers from anxiety that they will always have to deal with this problem. This is simply not true. You can end your anxiety problem for good. I've successfully taught thousands of people to do so. All it takes is a person's determination to get better. So those are the 6 common myths about anxiety. I hope you got something out of it. You can learn more about my work at panicaway.com. Thanks for watching.